All right, what's good, everybody? Today on the menu is street tacos, and so this is kind of going to emulate, if you were in a big city, Vegas, LA, basically a taco that you would get from a food vendor cart. So what I'm starting out with is I got a 2-pound flank steak, and get this here. And so what I did, I marinated this in lime juice, salt, minced garlic. I got some dried oregano and chopped cilantro, cumin, chili powder, and brown sugar. So I marinated that last night. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook that, and then I'm going to take it off the grill. I'm cook for about 5-6 minutes, take it off the grill. Then I'm going to cut it up, let it sit for about 5 minutes, cut it into strips, put it back on the grill, and then we're going to serve it with some corn tacos. And then on top of that, for the fixins, I'm going to have onions, cilantro, I got some queso fresco, and shredded cheese. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the grill. I'm going to go ahead and put a little more oil on here. Alright, so let's get started here. Like I said, I got the 2-pound flank steak, and we're going to go ahead and throw that on the grill. And we'll let it cook for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm going to flip it over, cook it for another 3 to 4 minutes, and then I'll take it off and we'll cut it into strips. So we're going to let that cook, and we'll come back about 3 or 4 minutes and see how that's doing. Had this cooking for just a couple minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more salt and pepper, even though we had it marinated. Kosher salt, and then we got some, of course, black pepper. And then we're ready to flip this bad boy in just a couple minutes. Alright, so this has been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and flip it. And, alright, so you can see we got a nice sear on there. And so we're going to let it cook about another 3 or 4 minutes. And then I'm going to take it off and go ahead and cut it. And the big thing on this steak is you want to cut it against the grain. So we're going to cut that into strips after it cooks a few more minutes. And then we'll throw it back on the grill, and should be pretty close to being done. Alright, so the other side's been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes, and I've added a little bit of salt and pepper on this side too. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off, and we're going to let it rest for about 5 minutes before we cut it into strips. And then we'll throw it back on the grill. So go ahead and look here. You can see that other side is browned up real nice. So go ahead and pull this off, set this here, and then let that rest, and then we'll go ahead and cut it up and throw it back on. Alright, so the steak's been resting for 5 minutes, and we're going to go ahead and cut it into strips, and then we're going to throw it back on the grill. So try to cut this at a 45-degree angle, and cut it against the grain so you can see the fibers of the meat going across here. So we're going to cut it against the grain, and kind of want to cut it into small pieces. So you can see it's this part over here is probably about medium rare, so got a little thicker here, but this won't be too far from being done. Alright, so we got the steak all cut up, and we're going to go ahead and just throw this back on. Alright, so steak's been cooking just for a little bit here. I'm flipping these pieces over, and we're about ready to bring this in, and we'll build our street taco. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull this off here. As you can see, this is nice and done. So we're going to go ahead and pull this off, take the meat inside, and we're going to go ahead and cook some of these corn tortillas up and take them in and fix our street tacos. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of corn oil on the tortilla and put some on top. And then we're going to do 2 shells for these, so it'll be 2 of the tortillas per taco. Alright, so the tortillas cooked about 10-15 seconds on each side. As you can see, we got 2 of them. So we're going to go ahead and build our street taco. So we're going to get a couple pieces of this steak, and then we got some fresh cut onions, and then we got some cilantro here, and then we got queso fresco cheese crumbles. Put that on top. Got some fresh cut limes here. We're gonna squeeze some lime juice on here. All right, and there you have it. Your steak street taco. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. If you like, please, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. And like I said, street taco.